of them is old, the other is not. Let's pop in the tape and give it a shot. It's time for Retro Reactions with Drew and Bryan.
Hey, and we're back from that long break.
Welcome.
I know you guys missed us, so thank you for missing us. Thank you for being back
hanging
here.
out.
Appreciate it.
Staying around.
Yeah, thanks for checking out the live stream.
You're gonna want to hang out for this movie review because it's we I don't know if we used all of our jokes prior to like starting the live, but if not, this is gonna be really fun.
We're gonna try. So this is a new little segment to our live stream where every week we talk about a new movie. All of our pieces of jewelry are named after 80s movies.
Can you believe it?
And Drew hasn't seen most of these movies. So I was like, well, guess what? You're going to watch them and then we're going to talk about them.
Yep. And then we always forget to talk about what the movie's actually about.
It's true.
Yeah.
So
let's start
to
with
make
that.
sure to not do that, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about it. Batteries Not Included, which was made by Steven Spielberg, is the kind of wholesome chaos that only the late 80s could deliver. A rundown apartment building full of lovable weirdos is about to get steamrolled by heartless developers until a pair of tiny, adorable alien robots show up and decide that real estate justice is their personal mission. These flying metal baby angels fix appliances, heal broken spirits, and absolutely refuse to let capitalism win, all while communicating in beeps, boops, and pure vibes. It's part sci-fi, part found family tearjerker, and part why am I crying over a toaster repair? A movie that boldly asks, what if the true power source was the community?
Wow. You know, what if it was a rom-com, a robot comedy, says Derek.
A rob-com.
A rob-com. Not where they get robbed and it's comical, but where there's robot comedy.
I feel like when they make AI movies, like in full, we can call those rob-coms.
Yeah, because we definitely got robbed. So the description you gave for this movie is not the description I read off the internet because it actually described the movie, so that was cool. I watched this thinking it was something totally different, and I did not expect a single thing that happened to happen. Once again, this is like classic 80s movies where they give you a description, and that's not actually what the movie is.
Mm-mm. This movie is just a wild card. I remember seeing this as a child, which... watching as an adult, I'm like, why did my mother let me watch this? Like, this isn't, I don't know. I don't think it was great for kids. I also remember being like a little,
for a child,
I was a little scared too. I didn't get the point of it at all. I was just like, wow, little flying saucers. But yeah, having watched this movie now, again, as an adult, I really enjoyed it. It's got that same bullshit that Spielberg always does with trying to be like, like this heartfelt, touchy story thing at the end. But overall, it was just a really neat concept that these like little UFOs come back and like their favorite thing to do is to fix things.
It's so cute. The little robots are so adorable.
Yeah.
Let's just start there.
And it was all remastered, the version that I saw too, so you could see all this detail. They really made all the little UFOs look super cool and realistic, and it lost a little bit of that campiness that you had from the practical effects of the 80s, but it did look really, really nice.
It looked fairly like realistic in terms of like a robot in the 80s, like what you would think a robot in the 80s would look like. Like it looks a little bit like a hubcap.
That's what all UFOs look like, Drew.
Oh, okay. We just have flying hubcaps. I see.
Yeah.
I'm there now.
Yeah, get with the program.
These robots, man, they got to keep their hubcaps on. I love that this is another 80s movie about gentrification. Like I'm sensing a theme. Right? Yeah. Like it's about community and like developers in almost every 80s movie we've seen so far. And I'm really loving that. Really love the anti-gentrification of these movies. It's really fun. But also weird intro to this movie because it took like 30 minutes before I realized what was going on. I just thought it was about a bunch of people in an apartment.
Oh, you didn't catch the whole thing of him trying to give everybody money?
I caught that, but I also couldn't understand why a gang member was trying to like give people money because it looked like he was in like a little like old time gang walking around like snapping at people. Like I just did not understand what was going on for a hot minute.
It was super weird having that guy like
be the guy, because he wasn't
harassing everybody. Like even when she comes home from, she's got all her groceries and they're like, hey, what's up, girl? And they're like sexually harassing her at the same time as trying to get her to move out and take a check.
Yeah, like he's obviously not the developer. He looks like someone that also lives in the apartment building, but he's like breaking everything in the apartment building, trying to get them out of here. Like, I didn't understand why he was there. I did not understand Carlos for a hot minute in this movie. And then I really hated him, and then he had a redemption arc that was very well done, and I was really upset about it because I don't like him and I don't want to feel bad for him, but I feel bad for him.
That's what Spielberg does.
It really is, and I don't like that. Let me dislike these characters, Spielberg. I want to dislike
You still
them.
can.
I still do. Carlos was still a bad guy.
Yeah.
He just tried to make it right in the end, so sure. But also, can we talk about the fact that in this entire movie, it wasn't burgers, it was burgers. Every time they needed a burger, I need a burger. Give me that burger. Like, sir, what are you talking about? Are you talking about a cheeseburger? It is. That's exactly what he's talking about. It really sent me over the edge. I thought it was so funny. Justice for Carlos. No. Carlos deserved that beat down that he got. Carlos got beat up and he deserved it. It was so worth it. He axed the Big Papa robot, and I was not cool with that. What do you mean you're coming at my Big Papa with an axe? Get out of here.
Can't do that.
And then mom had to fix it, and then the babies ran away. Like, he caused just a butterfly effect of mayhem for these little robots. Also, are they aliens or are they just robots? Because they didn't exactly explain the alien concept. They just seemed like robots that got out.
Yeah. They're just wild robots roaming free, and they're like, man, I really hope I run into a senile old lady who will feed us nuts and bolts. And they do.
They do. This woman is outside feeding robotic pigeons from the looks of it. She has a muffin tin filled with screws, nuts, and bolts, and she's just throwing it at these robots, and they're just slurping it up. I had no clue what was going on. I felt just as confused as all the other characters.
It was a cute concept. I really like how
it was very cute.
They personified the robots and almost made them like cats, and in this instance, birds, like she's feeding the birds and stuff. Yeah, it was a neat concept. It
was wild that like the robots themselves had babies. I didn't understand that they were a family unit for a hot minute. I was like, oh, there's just more robots. And then I was like, oh, they're baby robots. After she had a batteryless baby robot that they buried.
Would you say that maybe with the baby that the batteries were not included? Because, this guy thought so. And boom.
Harry, my man. That is my man right there. He really is the reason that everything worked out in the end. And you can't convince me otherwise. If they just left Harry alone and they stopped asking him so many questions, things would have gotten handled way faster. Okay?
I love that they had the scene, like the 80s loved the whole like, oh, have somebody say the title of the movie and have it be like this impactful thing. And so like, like he doesn't talk at all in the movie until all of a sudden he's like, batteries not included. And you're like, oh, he said it.
Which is so funny because they say it on the TV, like during, I think it's like in the first like 20 minutes, there's like a little opening sequence with him where he's watching the TV and the TV's like, batteries not included. And I was like, oh, they did the thing. They said the name of the movie. And then like an hour in, they did it again, which like cute. Love that. Love that for them.
Let's talk about how things used to have batteries in them, right? But like ones that like the package would tell you that they're not included. Now everything's just included and it has like a USB-C charger on it. But when it stops charging, you just have to throw the whole damn thing away. And that's really dumb. Like I don't think I want batteries included anymore. They used to say that at the end of all. Yeah, exactly. They said it at the end of like all the ads. It was such a common phrasing to use all the time. It was just as much as like be kind, rewind. That's a VHS thing. Never mind. What else did you notice from this movie?
It's so common. It's not been used in years. Okay, let's see. My notes. Let's get ready. I already went over that one. Oh, the robots purr. The robots might as well be cats. Like if you're not looking at the TV, you would think these people are like talking to cats for an hour and a half. It just sounds like little cats in the background. Just meep, 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 meep. And I'm sure they're supposed to be like hovering sounds, but no, they're purring. And I loved it.
I was multitasking while I was watching this morning, and I kept thinking that I was hearing cats purring. And then later in the movie, I thought that I heard whales, but it was just a dog whistle. And I was like, oh, like, did Free Willy have a cameo in this movie? I was like, what do they call that? A predecessor to it or something? I don't know. It didn't come along for another 10 years. Yeah, prequel. It's like a prequel to Free...
They're setting you up for Free Willy.
Oh, maybe it's a prequel to Free Willy. But there wasn't a whale in it anyway.
No, but there were whale sounds being made by a dog whistle and what was the thing that he was holding?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Megaphone?
Yeah, a megaphone. Aha! Megaphone.
Yeah, that was weird. And then, the old lady with like dementia or...
Oh, she made me so sad. Her little dementia. So funny.
And it also triggered memories for me too, because like they're in a diner and she's also in the movie Fried Green Tomatoes. And then they're in a diner in this movie. And I'm like, this diner looks exactly like the Whistle Stop Cafe from Fried Green Tomatoes. Is this like the same thing? And I looked it up and it's not the same location. One was a soundstage and the other one's a real shack. But, I mean, one's
literally a shack. Do you think that because she was in that other movie and she had dementia, they were just trying to make her a little more at home?
I don't know. But, Fried Green Tomatoes didn't come out until like the 90s, I think.
Oh, so this was the first one.
And this was
was also a prequel.
83 maybe? Yeah, so this could have been a prequel.
This is also a prequel. Wow, they're really setting up a lot of movies. They set up Free Willy. They set up Fried Green Tomatoes. God, what else did they set up?
Yeah, write this down. This is like...
Guys, we're really unlocking some things right now, okay?
Tell you what.
We're really deducing down to like the bare bones. We figured it out.
Oh, okay, batteries not included was 87.
Okay. And then
Fried Green Tomatoes was 91. So yeah, it could be a prequel to Fried Green Tomatoes.
Yeah, they're getting it all set up. The moment she was method acting, she was just trying to get in the mindset for this movie 4 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for her. She really did that.
Or she had dementia in real life, but was really good at memorizing lines or something. And they were just like, I don't know,
they just
let her
like
go.
Released a dementia woman onto the scene and they said, deal with it. And all the actors had to work around it. I could see that.
Yeah.
It's another form of method acting for these actors.
What else did you notice?
Let's see. Okay, so they have a restaurant in this movie. They do not discuss the pricing of food at all.
That bothered you, didn't it?
That bothered me a lot. If you've watched any of our other lives, you'll know I always notice the pricing of the food because it is a disturbingly cheap price compared to like modern times. Okay, like you get like 4 hot dogs for $1 kind of thing. Like it's something that just sounds so outrageous now. And they're eating food. They're talking about burgers. And there's not a single mention of price. Like they were just, I don't know if they were giving food away. I doubt it. They were a restaurant. Also, they had these little robots cooking burgers.
And cleaning up and getting cheese thrown on them.
They really employed these robots fast.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for burying one.
I don't even know if they employed them. I mean, I don't think they were paying them.
No, they weren't. They just were telling them what to do and showing them pictures of burgers. Ugh. Poor guys.
It really was setting us up for the future because I thought by now that we would have all these little alien robots flying around and like helping us out with things and fixing things.
I really expected like burger flipping robots.
They don't.
I did not think it would be AI making art.
Yeah. If they did a modern sequel, would they fix a PlayStation 5 or an Espresso? Ooh, what if it was even crazier and they finished GTA 6? Too crazy, too outlandish?
Yeah, that's a little too much to hope for.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you. That's not happening anytime soon.
What else did you notice?
Let's see. The robot at one point steals this guy's coffee maker and makes itself a little hand and slaps the guy with it. And I could not get over how funny that was because it's literally a little hand. Like it looks like a hand and just pew, and it slaps him and then he like loses his arm hand situation. And the guy's like, oh, my coffee maker. And it was a GE appliance. That's what let him know it was made in America. So he's trying to like look inside this robot and figure out where it came from. And he's calling like the government. And he's like, did you guys lose a robot? Talking to the military. This man called the military. And the military was like,
can I get the number for the military? And they're like, here you go. We'll connect you, sir.
And then the military answered and goes, no, we didn't lose a robot. And like hung up on him. What do you mean you didn't lose a robot? And there's a man saying he's a robot and you're the military. I expect y'all to act like you care.
So in the 80s, though, like lots of people thought they saw UFOs and robots and stuff all the time. So I'm guessing in real life, like they probably get these phone calls when they're like, hello, the military. And they're like, hey, I saw a robot. And they're like, okay, guy. And they just hang up because it's just so common. And that's also how they disguise it from, us knowing about Roswell, which is really what this is telling us about. This is the prequel to Roswell.
This movie was just whistleblowing for so many things, okay? Yeah. It set us up for Free Willy, it set us up for fried green tomatoes, and it let us know what happened to Roswell. So I definitely think it's worth watching if you haven't seen it.
Get a lot of your questions answered about life, really.
You'll still come out of this movie with a lot of questions, I promise. I want a part 2 just to explore this robot alien situation, because they never said it was an alien. It was just a robot that came out of nowhere. That was the alien aspect. I want to see these little robots on their homeworld. I want to see a colony of them. They're so stinking cute. I think it'd be worth it.
I agree.
Round 2. Need a second movie.
I agree. And Derek brings up a great point. It would be really neat to see an updated version of it. Mm-hmm. And what if it's everyone's cell phone becomes sentient? Just hops out of your pocket and starts doing stuff around your house.
Starts fixing itself. It starts repairing its cracked screen.
Mm-hmm. And then Apple's that's a great idea. We'll introduce that in 2057. Yeah. So
all the tech companies are just trying to kidnap the robots and sell them off again.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think we can make this happen. Yeah. I think a part 2 to this is definitely needed. And instead this time it's just batteries not needed instead of not included.
Yes. One thing I remember about this movie as a child, I grew up in a very religious household where potty words were very much a no-no. And this movie was PG, which meant that I could watch it. And I was excited about that. They say a lot of potty words in this movie for a PG movie.
Yo, they say a lot of potty words in these 80s movies. I didn't realize y'all were just cussing like that,
Yeah, censorship has gotten worse as I've gotten older.
I thought bad words were always bad words. I'm so just so confused when they started just cussing, and I was like, oh, okay, this is a children's movie. And I even wrote on this piece of paper, a wonderful family movie. The robots are so cute. They're cussing. Your kids are gonna learn some cuss words, okay? Don't say I didn't warn you.
Hold on. Now this is saying that it contains very little profanity. It is not known for the use of the word shit, which I could have sworn it was in this movie a lot. I thought they
were cussing because they were really mad about Carlos breaking everything.
That's right. It's probably just AI trying to rewrite history.
See, they're trying to change the movie already.
That's what the robots are doing.
Let's see. It says the sequel, data please not included. Data plan not included. Oh, that's awesome. That's the sequel right there.
Love it.
You gotta pay to use the robot.
Hello to the new people that joined us. We got
Welcome.
People on Black Hole Body Piercing, Piercings by Pixie, BB Pierces. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching.
We are selling jewelry. We're not just talking about movies, but we're talking about this movie that this piece of jewelry down here is named after. It's called Batteries Not Included. It's this cute little heart shape. It's so